Good morning. It's Ruben Lowy. It's Sunday here in Cypress, Texas. All right, so I finished reading um, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill for the fifth time yesterday. And, I don't know, I got something out of it that I never got before, which I'm going to be working on today. And that's going to be um, my a new business plan, you know, a and it's getting to that point where building this business the way it's supposed to be built, and that's as a team. Okay. And we what we do and in by continually plugging into the training is why I have this understanding. If I didn't do that, I'd still be doing it like a salesman and grinding and looking for that pony. There's a pony in here somewhere, right? And it's still kind of how you have to do it, but when you understand that, when you connect with people's warm market, and things just go so much faster and smoother. The challenge is when you come to somebody who's, for some reason, they've scorched the earth in their warm market. Okay, and a lot of times, they don't put up with people's guff. They don't. They're gonna make things happen, right? With or without you, and a lot of times it's without you, and so they leave a lot of scorched earth behind them. And so when you start talking to their warm market, they're not receptive, right? Because why? Because they don't put up with people's guff, right? They don't accept excuses. And so when you find someone like that, you got to help them soften things. So you got to build that. You got to make that connection with their people. Okay, you can introduce yourself as having a common. This is amazing. Having a common association with somebody, right? And okay, and they I asked for, these people are hardworking, ambitious group of people, and they sent me to you, right? I'm looking for a leader. I'm looking for, um, somebody who's business minded, right? And they're like, oh, okay, they think of me that way, right? So that helps get there, right? But as I'm speaking right now, I'm thinking of the response I got from my girlfriend. For her, she didn't even put these people on her list. I went to a swim meet and met somebody at the swim meet, and because they had held her in high regard, right, they were willing to help me out. And so I'm like, oh, this is very interesting. You're going to run into a lot of people like that. Okay. They're working with kids, they're working with the students, right? And they know the students really well. They don't know the parents so well, right? But the parents all know them. If they're a good person, they're going to know they're a good person because how their kid talks about them, right? And so that's, or what they produce, what they get out of their kid, the production they get from their children, okay? So they'll know, okay? That's something else. It's going to change my whole way when I do form, family, occupation. You have kids? Oh, yeah. Where do your kids go to school? Oh, who's their favorite teacher? All right. I want to talk to their favorite teacher. All right. That's really interesting. That just came to me just now, and as I'm doing this video. But it's because of the response that I got from people mentioning my girlfriend, who's their children's swim coach, and they all think really highly of her, right? And she hardly even knows who they are. She knows their kid, right? But she doesn't know them. Isn't that something? But they know her, and they hold her in high regard, and that's something else. But what our business is to get through people, get people can understand that when they open up their list, right? But here's the thing: a lot of people aren't too sure how their list is going to, respond when they mention their name. They're like, oh, it's not that they don't want them to know what they're doing, right? They don't want to be turned down. They don't want you to be turned down when you talk to them, okay? And because they know how they talk to people, or how they treat people, or how they come across to people, okay? And a lot of times, people are hard to deal with, right? And sometimes you have to, you have to you have to teach people how to treat you, and sometimes that can be, you know, I'm not, um, I might have to wait in the lunch line behind you, right? I'm going to go up to the front and get it, and a lot of people don't like that. All right. I hope this helps somebody. If it does, go ahead and share.